Thanks, Ian. ACC's newest team, Stanford, Cal, and SMU, have created another layer of drama when it comes to travel and women's soccer. Since the expansion of the conference ahead of this year, plenty of discussions have revolved around the obstacle of limiting miles in the air for student athletes. The first sport to be put to the test is soccer. So let's dive into what a few teams are feeling this season. We start here in Syracuse, where the Orange and the Tar Heels are going at it right now. That comes after Syracuse lost to SMU last week. They had to travel to Dallas and then came back. That's the farthest Syracuse has to go to this year. When this game's over, North Carolina, they'll jump on the plane, head back home to Chapel Hill, play a couple of games before gearing up to travel all the way across the country to Northern California. They'll play Cal, cross the Bay Bridge, coast through San Francisco, and play Stanford as well before coming all the way back to the East Coast. So one West Coast trip for UNC. Syracuse only goes to Dallas, but let's take a look at what Stanford and Cal have to do. They have to make two East Coast trips this year. One of those includes Wake Forest and NC State. They're playing each other right now before jumping back on the plane all the way to the West Coast. Remember, these planes are not private. They're traveling just like us. They're taking layovers to select cities, so a lot of travel for these student athletes. Their second East Coast trip features Louisville and Notre Dame before jumping back on the plane and heading all the way back to Northern California. That is Stanford and Cal. Stanford, on the other hand, also has to travel to Dallas and play SMU. 12,000 miles total for the Cardinal this year. The other 9 ACC teams stay up and down the East Coast. They got rather lucky, and Syracuse got lucky as well with the easier end of things when it comes to air travel this season, Ian.